Okay, for this tutorial, you're going to start on page 20. And I'm going to just show you here, so if you work better with just watching the tutorial and stopping it and work right along with it, and then, so if you need to go back for an explanation, then you can listen again and so forth. If that's an easier way than reading it, that'll be great. Do that. That's what this is for. So I'm going to do Command-N to get a new. And I'm not going to go into the preset this time. I'm just going to go ahead and make mine. And it's really important this making this type because this is going to be for a web background. And you need to kind of understand the size of a web page. So we're going to work with pixels this time. So pixels on both of these. And it's going to be about 1,000 and width and 1,000 height. It'll be a nice square. And then the resolution will be 72. And that's good enough for what the eye can see on the web. So we just say OK. All right. You could have named it if you'd wanted to. That would have been fine, so you wouldn't have this untitled here, but that's fine. Okay, now you want to work with gradients. So we're going to get the gradient tool, which is under the bucket tool, okay, or it might be on top. That's great. Okay, you're going to make it so that it just has black and white here, okay, and you're going to go over here to the mode and make that mode say difference. So you have all these that you're getting kind of used to, so that's great. So now you're just going to play with this and just create different things to happen just by scrolling over onto your canvas and create something that you think will be a cool design. Okay, after you've done it a few times, maybe even up to 20 times, it doesn't matter, then you're going to come over here to your layers palette. Okay, on your layers palette, you can either just drag this down to the little icon next to the garbage, okay, or you can use the hotkey and do just Command J, so it gives you a layer. Okay, this top layer, you are going to go over and you're going to make it flip horizontally, so you're just going to go down here to transform to flip horizontal, and that flips, so it's horizontal compared to the image below it that is flipped the other way. Okay, so on this right here, you're just going to go over and just lighten it. Okay, so now you have that, and you can put these two layers together as one image by holding down the Shift key to get both of them, the layer 1 and the background. And this is probably about step, I don't know where I'm at now, probably step 3 or step 4. And then you're going to merge these by doing Command E. Okay, and then again, put another layer up. And this time, you probably will make it go vertical. So we're just going to go back to this Edit and Transform and do the vertical. Okay, and I'll do the same thing. I'll just put Lighten. Okay, and then put those two together. Command E and Command J, and this time maybe I'll make it do like an angle, like a star. And so I can do that by just pulling this out a little bit and just doing Command T and just moving it so that it's like, well, you've got to have to eyeball it. There's probably a better way, but I'm just going to do that. To get out of Transform, you have to double click or go up here to select. Okay, and then I'm going to just go ahead and lighten that. Okay, and then I'm going to put those two together and Command E, and maybe I'll do the same thing but go the other way on this one and make it go, I can't remember which way I was. Was it that way? I'm asking you. Just answer right now. Okay, and then I double click that, and then again I will go into Lighten. Okay, so I do this a lot of different times until I get this pretty cool visual. Okay, at this point there's several things you can do. You could add color, and it's kind of tricky. But before we add color, I'm going to make this have a little bit of contrast, and this is not in your packet. So you can go up here to Layers, or Image, and you can go to what we call Levels. But notice that there's a Command L. So just use that and just do Command L, and then you can go ahead and create more contrast on it by moving this over. This is your middle, okay, and this is your lighter. So you can have the different values of the contrast that you want to achieve. All right, now I'm going to put color to it. Now this is the part that's tricky. Okay, I go to layers and I go to new fill layer and choose gradient. Okay, and it'll just come up as a layer here, and I'll just say okay, that'll be fine. Okay, so obviously I don't want that color, and I don't want it to be linear. I'm going to change that to make that radial. Okay, and I'm going to click into this color here, just click in here, and up comes this, okay? And all I have to do is just go in here and start changing things, just like I did in Illustrator, and I can change things to make them have different colors happen, okay, as you wish. So you can go as far as you want on this. Okay, so it gives you kind of an idea of what you want to, if you want to change some things around. And I'll just say okay at that time. All right, so again, I could change my layers on this. Oops, I say okay, forgot. Change my layers on this. No, I can't change my layers, sorry. I could just go ahead and commit that and do Command E. And if I wanted to go back to this to kind of darken it up, that would be fine. I could have also, if I had wanted to, I could have made it more transparent by changing the opacity. Let me show you how that looks. So I'm going to go back in here and get my history up so I can just go back a little bit, probably about right here. Okay, so here I am, and I could just go ahead and change my opacity a little bit so I don't have so much color, or maybe I just don't want to have that much color. And if I ever want to change this, I can go back and click into that and say, I don't like the yellow. I'm going to get rid of the yellow and try a richer color and say okay. So there's ways to make adjustments on this too. All right, so that's basically it. Very easy. Both those projects will be due today, so get busy.